Hello and welcome to Boylesports.com. I'm Leon Blanche and I'm delighted to be joined by Ray Houghton. Ray, Boylesports, once again we're going for this road to $1 million, giving our customers a chance of winning €1 million to predict a couple of competitions from England, Scotland and Europe. We're going to start off with the English Premier League. Last year's champions Chelsea. How do you think they'll do this year?
I think they'll still be in the top four this season. I don't think there's any doubt about that. When you look at the quality that they've got, Didier Drogba up front, Frank Lampard, I think he's scored 20 goals in the last 6 seasons at Chelsea, which is absolutely remarkable from midfield. And a big player for them this year could be Essien. He missed an awful lot of the season with injury, so him coming back into the team is like having a new player there. But there are one or two players that have left the club, which I think could be the reason why they don't win it. The likes of Joe Cole, Michael Ballack and Deco. I think there's a bit of flair that's gone out of the side. Also, they're an ageing team. They haven't really brought in many youngsters, and that's one of the reasons why I don't think they'll come top this time around. But certainly they'll be in the top four. And
looking at the runners-up last year, Manchester United, I believe you fancy them this year to win the league.
Yeah, we know no real conviction though, I've got to be honest. Last season I tipped Chelsea to win the league and I kept with them throughout. I just felt that they had the least upheaval of all the teams when you come to the personnel that left the clubs. This time around I think it's far more difficult to predict who's actually going to win it. I think Manchester United were only 2 points off Chelsea last season. Bearing in mind they had a terrible run of injuries, particularly with their defenders. At some stage I think Rio Ferdinand, Vidic, Johnny Evans, John O'Shea, Gary Neville was out, Wes Brown was out. The only consistent player really was Patrice Evra, who actually played the majority of the season for them, and yet they were only 2 points behind Chelsea. I think this time around, with the fact that they've got more options up front, like Michael Owen, if he plays a lot more games, Dima Berbatov I think will be a big player from, and the lad Hernandez that they've brought in from Mexico. So I think there's a lot more variety to Manchester United's play going forward, and to win football matches we know you have to score goals. At the other end, Vidic has signed a new contract. I think that's huge. I don't know how much Rio Ferdinand's going to play, but they've brought in Smalling from Fulham. Johnny Evans is flourished as a player in the last year or so at the club, and as I say, they've got the likes of Wes Brown and John O'Shea if they remain fit, so they've got good options all over the squad. And I think if you were looking for balance, and I always look for balance in a group of players, I think at the moment Manchester United have got the best balance, and that's why I think they'll just be good enough to pip the rest into top spot.
Now the second part of Boylesports Road to $1 million is to try to predict which 3 clubs will finish 18th, 19th and the dreaded bottom position. Ray, a couple of clubs have come up this year. What a job Ian Holloway has done for Blackpool. Going to bring a lot of money into the city. It's going to be great to see the tangerine colours flying high in the Premier League, but it's going to be a tough season I think for Blackpool.
Well, that's the problem for Ian Holloway. It's great to be a Premier League club, it's great for him to be a Premier League manager, but the truth is it's going to be a long hard season for them. When you look at the personnel that they're trying to bring in, well, who really wants to come to Blackpool to play the football? Unfortunately, that's going to be a major problem for them. I think Derby have got the record, haven't they, for the lowest points in a season. I think Blackpool could be on the road to that this time around. Roberto Di Matteo done a very good job there. He tries to play the game in the right manner, which is fine as long as you've got the players to do it, and it's a massive step up from Championship to the Premier League, and I just think that their team could struggle.
Yeah, he's a little bit similar to what Tony Mowbray used to do at West Brom, play football the right way but still didn't keep going. So you've given us your 19th place is West Brom, your bottom place is Blackpool. Who then will fill the last place to be relegated down to the Championship?
Well, I think this could go to the wire. I do genuinely believe there's about 7 or 8 clubs that could be vying for that last spot, which no one really wants. We know how important it is for all the clubs to stay in the Premier League because of the amount of money that's surrounding the game at the moment. But of the ones that I've looked at so far, the ones I might think could struggle a little bit is Wigan from last season.
So Ray Houghton's final 3 for this year's Premier League: in 18th place we're going to have Wigan, 19th place West Brom, and bottom of the table Ian Holloway and Blackpool.